One of the biggest lessons that I'm trying to teach you throughout this whole course is understanding the power of buying the red and selling the green. Now let's have a look quickly at my charts, and I want to show you how you should be thinking when you want to be buying in the market versus when you need to be selling into the market. A lot of people have it wrong. They think price goes green, all of a sudden price is going up, buy, which is completely wrong. You should be, when price is red and everyone is scared and panicking right now, should be the time you should be buying, which does get quite hard. That's why I'm going to teach you this tool that's going to take it away from you and give you a simple structure with it. So if you look at the two different directions when the market's moving, either we have a very strong upwards market or we have a very strong downwards market. Now I'm going to give you two different scenarios. Let's say you bought in an area and all of a sudden the market started to explode. If you wanted to buy more or add more to the position, you would always be adding on the pullbacks. A lot of people will chase and buy in these areas, which is the trap. That's how they catch you. You always want to be waiting for the pullback to be adding to positions, and you'll continuously do this until we've broken structure and you've taken profits. Now let me show you the other side of the coin. Let's say you bought in this area and all of a sudden the trade goes wrong, it goes against you, and then you see price decreases. The normal mentality of a person would be sell and get out because I'm losing money. The difference here is you always want to be selling on pullbacks, not on a directional move to the downside. So you'd basically be waiting for the next push up to confirm we're in a downtrend, and that's where you would be selling. So you want to get into the habits of selling into green and buying into the red. Now the big question is, if the market's going up and I want to buy the pullback, where am I buying? Or if I bought and it's gone against me, where do I sell and get out? This is where the Fibonacci tool is going to help. Now to find this tool, you want to come to the left column and you'll see it's the third one. And you want to click on the little arrow to make sure you've selected the Fib Retracement tool. Now the first thing that I want to help you with is get rid of all the noise. Because when you place this down on the chart, you will see that's going to give you many different lines. I want to get rid of them and give you the core ones that you need to focus on. So you want to double click on this little icon and you'll see it will bring up all these different numbers. I want you to erase all of these ticks and only leave the 0618 and the 0786. This is known as the golden zone and the zone that you're always focusing on buying or selling. And for me, it's the most important one that you need to do. So now that you've removed all the noise and you only have the 0618 and the 0786, if you place this tool on a chart, you'll see you'll be able to shift this up or down, and you'll see these lines basically shift as you're moving your mouse. Now, the way you want to think of this is whatever direction the market's moving in. So for example, we're moving up, you want to see where must I buy it? You want to take the tool from the bottom of the wave all the way to the top. Now let me show you an example. I'll click on the tool and I'll take it from the bottom to the top, and you'll see how it will form these lines. Now the rule of it is you always want to be buying and adding to your positions between the 0618 and the 0786. So whenever price comes in this area, this for me is considered as a healthy wave, as a healthy push up, a healthy correction, and after that we should then continue the strong momentum up. So if the waves are strong and the market's moving in a strong direction to the upside, we will always hold this level, and that's why we're always using this level to add to positions. Now if it breaks and it starts to go below, this is where you need your stop losses and you need to start calculating your risk in case the trade goes wrong against you. Now let's put you on the other side. Now you've bought and the trade goes against you. Maybe you didn't have a stop loss in play or you didn't calculate your risk. When do you sell? It's very important not to be panicked out when you get it wrong, because a lot of people will panic out, and then the big guys or the smart investors will always buy into the fear. So you always want to sell into greed when the market is making a green leg up. Now it's the same thing. If you can see the market's moving clearly in the downwards direction, you want to know, where do I sell? You will use the tool in the exact same way. You will take the tool and you will move it from the bottom to the top. So you're always going to move it in the same direction that the market is moving. And you could see over here how it highlights for you the 618 and the 786. That's where you sell and you start to get out of your positions. Now, why is this so important? Guys, firstly, we have learned many different things across this course. A simplicity of when the market is coming down and it breaks a support, it basically does this ladder effect. where we'll move one level into another, right? Now this tool is helping us with the same thing. If you bought over here and the market goes against you, it's obviously breaking a key level because that's why you bought it. Then the market will come back up and test that again, and then it will continue the strong momentum to the downside. So ultimately it's teaching you to not get panicked out when the initial move happens, rather make a smart decision when we pull up to retest again, and then you know you're confirmed that we're definitely going down, so you should 100% get out of the market. Now let me show you an example on the actual charts. So if you look at the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, maybe you decided to buy over here. You thought it's support, it's strong, we should go up from here. And all of a sudden it went against you. Now in your head, when the market is dumping like this, you're going to be saying sell, get out, it's going to zero, and you're going to be panicked out. That's how the normal people think. But ultimately, after that, if you did sell, the market recovered. Remember, someone smart is buying the fear. And all of a sudden the market shot up after that. And ultimately, this should have been the time for you to get out with a very small loss. Remember, support and resistance. If we broke support, we're gonna come test it as resistance at some point. Don't get trapped in it. Now, how would you have known this? You would have used the tool. Because basically, when this went against you, firstly, always make sure you do have a stop loss. Sometimes you can make a mistake and you need to always prep for either way. But you would have taken the tool from the top to the bottom. Remember, you're always doing the tool whatever direction we are moving. So you want to take it from the top to the bottom. And you can soon see how the tool, how we hit beautifully over the 0618 and the 0786. Now remember, I use the 618 as my start getting out straight away. Sometimes we're not always going to get exactly to the 786. So use the 618 as your early signal to start getting good and bigger amounts of portions out. Or if you're buying the same sort of thing, the 618 is always known as the exact golden number. I do like the golden zone though, because it gives you a little bit of time. But you could see ultimately what this tool would have done. It would have told you to relax, wait for the wave to end. On the next pullback, get out of the market, and look what happened after that. Boom. All of a sudden, the market reversed, and you would have gotten out with a minimal loss, and ultimately you would have been able to buy back a lot cheaper. Now there's one more sort of debate that you can speak about this. You can say, Sheldon, but we came down, we then made a little leg up. Why would you have not sold there? Now it's very important. Only when the wave hits the 618 in the retracement is when you sell. This is how it's going to keep you strong to make this decision. For example, if you looked at this as, let's say, a wave where we had a strong push down, you would have taken this tool from the top to the bottom, right? But can you see that we didn't get anywhere near the 618? So ultimately, if we didn't get to the 618, it means the leg's not done. It means we're still going down further. Only once we have made a retracement, then we know that we finished the leg and we can be looking at the next sort of move. But because we only came here and we didn't get anywhere near that, it would have told you, wait, now's not the time to get out just yet. Then you would have had the next leg, where you could have taken it from the top all the way down to this one over here. And you can still see that price did not hit 618. So let's put that up. There we go. So price would have not hit 618. So rules tell you if it does not hit 618, you do not sell. And then all of a sudden, we get the bottom move from the top to this bottom area, where all of a sudden we really accelerate now. And for the first time, we have a wave that actually hits 618. Now is your time to exit. So if you didn't do that, you would have panicked out over here, or you would have panicked out over here. And you can see the power of being patient and sticking to a rule system, because only once we hit 618 would have been your actual trigger. So remember, if we haven't hit 618 on a move, it means the leg is possibly not done. There's still more to come. So if you did panic earlier, you could see the difference by actually using the tool, because the tool would have given you less losses. It's okay to lose. Lose small, win big. So this tool is very powerful and will help you with either way. Now let me show you the buying section. So if you have a look here, the market was moving sideways. All of a sudden, a clear direction. We started to shoot up really strong. We're always going to teach you, don't chase into the pump, buy the pullback. Now, how do you know where to buy? Exactly the same thing. You're going to take the tool and you're going to mark from the bottom of where the wave started to the top. Where is the 618? Look how beautifully price came straight into the zone and then bounced into that area. Now we got a red candle that's possibly coming to the same area. Ultimately, it is teaching you if this is a bullish wave where we're going to continue this momentum of the higher high, higher lows, and we're going to break up after this. This is an area where we should hold, and this is where it is still healthy to buy. And remember, you can use the bottom of the 786 as a stop loss area where it's no longer safe. So ultimately, it's doing the same thing. Instead of getting that greed in you, chase the pump, buy, everyone's telling you to buy, you would wait, you would be patient, and you'll only buy in the 0618 to 0786. And you need to continuously stick to this method. It gives you an area of where to buy, and it gives you an area of where to protect yourself. Now let me show you a few high time frame examples, because this tool is really powerful when you're using the daily, the weekly, the very high time frame view on why we actually buy the pullback. So if you have a look here, we had a previous bull run in 2017 where the price really went strong and a lot of people were buying at these times. And then all of a sudden the market reversed and it ended up having up to a 70% dump after that. Look how price came beautifully straight into the golden zone. You would be buying and accumulating this area. All of a sudden price doubled to tripled in price after that. Then same thing, many people would have bought into this where you would have been selling. You would have taken, let me actually show you. When price is going up, right? You're looking to buy the pullback. When price is going down and you got it wrong, you want to look, where do I sell, right? So remember I showed you the example of buying the pullback. Then, if you were looking at a place to sell, look how price went perfectly to the golden zone on the selling side too. So ultimately, you would have bought here, you would have sold here, then you would have put your Fibonacci tool on this wave, you would have bought here. All of a sudden, look how the market exploded after that. Yes, you could have taken profits along the way, but do you see how powerful this tool is? How it teaches you to buy into the red and sell the green. And right now where we stand, we've just come off of a huge bull market and look where price is right now. After this very big wave from the bottom to the top, we are currently sitting in golden zone right now, telling you to accumulate a great portfolio at this time because historically it's always been a phenomenal tool, and you can see it's simple and it's extremely powerful.